As truckloads go, they don't come much bigger than this. An 8.5 metre wide, 100-tonne mining dump truck, destined for Queensland's booming coalfields. The man with the mission is Mark King.
On my trailer, I'll have the major chassis part. It's 105 tonne. Then the wheels, they're about 6 tonne each. We'll put a couple of those on each flat top trailer. And the cabin and the handrails, there's another 4 tonne in those, they'll go on another truck. So there'll be myself with a chassis and 2 accessories truck. That's just to get the chassis to site. And then there'll be another truck later on that'll actually have the dump truck part.
The load can only travel through the city at night, putting pressure on an already tight deadline.
And that's why we have to leave Brisbane at midnight, because we've got to sort of be out of town, off the road, before the people get out of bed.
The midnight start means there'll be fewer cars to worry about until morning. But the dark and numerous roadside obstacles seriously challenge Mark and his team.
Yeah, metre on the left. Always right. Metre on your left, slow it down, mate, slow it down. Nice and straight through there, mate. No. Just trying to straighten him up a little bit there, mate, if you can. Hold that line, brother.
When I'm driving up the road, I might as well not even have mirrors on my doors, because all I can see is the load. And just can't judge the distance between the back of the load and the pole that we're going to sort of sneak past or something like that. So yeah, here's your eyes down the back.
Yeah, he relies on what we say and he's just got to try and pick his line. Righto, bend it. Other thing is with these self-steering trailers, they track differently to a traditional trailer. So as you turn the wheel and the prime mover bends on the turntable, it hydraulically operates the wheels and they turn. So that helps you get around corners. Otherwise, you'd never steer something like that with with 10 axles.
The convoy has hardly travelled any distance when it hits trouble.
Copy that wide load heading westbound on the Logan. Yeah, mate. Yeah, you got a lane closed right ahead of you, mate. Probably about a K.
There's an enormous road laying machine taking up 2 lanes.
You're gonna have to move it, mate, eh? Yeah, well, they got half the road taken into a paper, so...
The convoy should have been warned about the blockage before they left the depot.
Well, if you could get onto them, please, mate, because we're coming through.
Do you just want me to get out in front and see what's going on up there?
This road ain't big enough for the both of them.
Mate, you know we're coming through, do you? What else we got down behind you, mate?
Shit, bit messy up there, eh?
The convoy grinds to a halt. The team need to work out whether there's enough room for the wide load to squeeze past the roadworks.
Yeah, 8.5 wide coming through there, brother.
When we get our permit given to us, itemised on the permit for main roads is where the roadwork sections are. So you'll read it, you'll go, beautiful, no roadworks down the road here. And you'll drive out, and bang, there's roadworks. They just neglect to put it on the paperwork. So then we've got to try and deal with them. And they're trying to say to us, well, you shouldn't be here. And we're saying, well, we've got a permit, we're coming through here.
Now there's a standoff between the road crew and the truckers.
Your pilot told me that, and he said it was 8 metres to the thing.
Yeah, it's 8 metres wide at the hubs.
They want to get their gear through to keep the work happening. Well, while we're sitting there, they can't get past it.
Oh, so once you get up there, you can't go off anywhere anyway, eh?
Because the roadworks out there at this width and weight, which is not ideal, but that's what we've got to do to get out of here.
You just have to suck and see, brother. We just have to suck it and see. Off the road, guys.
Got to either let us through or pack their gear up and go home for the night. I dig my heels in and stand the ground on the road. My paperwork says I'm coming through, that's what I'm doing.
The stalemate ends.
I'll just step him out, mate. Yeah, righto, mate, we'll give it a bit of a go.
After some rushed and rough measuring, Mark decides there's just enough room for him to get by.
So you're going to have to get the wheels right over to the left-hand side.
We don't knock them out.
The boys are just going to move them up against the guardrails.
Yeah, it's pretty stressful for the boys in the truck. There's a lot going on.
We'll clear this line on the right.
As you can see coming through there, it's there's not a lot of real estate left. It's 2:45 now. I think it's about 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock, we've got to be on the other side of Toowoomba.
The delay has cost them precious time.
I'm behind time now. It took a little bit longer than expected to come out of town.
If the wide load is not out of the urban area by sunup, they risk breaking their curfew, and the police could order them to stop.
Yeah, we shouldn't really be going this way. This is sort of out of the way we need to be going, but part of the permit restrictions. And the roadworks out on the Ipswich motorway, we have to come out this way.
Yeah, just back off there, mate. Stay going crash for us, would you? Because I'm only just coming to the first roundabout now.
And their progress is about to be slowed again by a series of low bridges.
We'll actually pull the load up, lower the trailer to the lowest possible height we can do, and just travel underneath it like 1 kilometre an hour, if that. With someone standing up on the top with a two-way radio talking to me, guiding me under that bridge. Some of those bridges we get down to less than 10 millimetres. There's no room for error.
Yeah, you're clear, buddy.
Truck's running good, trailer's following nicely behind me, all the steering's okay. So, no, we'll be here for a good night now. We're sort of getting out of town.
By early morning, they've reached the base of the Toowoomba Range. To get to the top is a punishing 6-kilometre climb up a 1 in 6 gradient.
Hopefully we don't have any issues.
It's so steep, Mark will need a second truck to help pull him up.
When we get to the bottom of the range, we hook the block truck on, double our capacity of traction. Same truck as this, with a big counterweight steel block on the back of it. We'll both get going together, just full steam ahead.
Double the power and double the traction to overcome the treacherous combination of a big truck carrying a mega truck up a winding mountain road. The pull of the two trucks combined is a massive 1,250 horsepower, dragging 180 tonnes. Once they start, Mark doesn't want to stop. Other road users are going to have to get out of his way.
Hook in those trucks, get going, mate, or I'm just going to wheel out.
Coming through as fast as they can. Typical wide load driver.
Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, the stress builds up, and you've got to be on the ball for these things. You can't just assume that it's hanging off the back of me, I'm okay, because your steering wheel's in your hands. If it moves going up the road, it can throw your steering, it can tip you, it can chuck you anywhere it wants to. It'll push you down the road.
Mark's trickiest task is coordinating the gear changes between him and the other truck.
As we're going up the hill, I sort of felt my truck pulling back a little bit, so we're sort of then trying to time the gear changes. All right, Scotty, grab one, mate, hook in. You've got to time it so that you're both not changing gears at the same time, because one truck's got to be able to hold the whole lot while the next guy will drop a gear. He'll then take up the load. So you've got plenty of grunt there if you do need it. If one truck breaks traction, the other truck's got enough up its sleeve that can sort of help out and hang on to it until the other truck's right again.
It's a grueling climb.
Right at the moment, we're sitting on about 9 kilometres an hour.
And it doesn't take much to make it treacherous.
They've done a little bit of roadworks up there, well, I've just heard on the radio. You don't know what sort of condition they've left the road. Dirt, sand, anything that could lose that friction between your tyres and the road. You're driving up the road, you don't know about it until you're actually here.
The engine is burning fuel at an alarming rate.
At the moment, I'm getting 120 metres to the litre on diesel. Fuel's a big thing, you've got to plan ahead. You've got to know how far you're going to get and just to know the roads. You don't want to run out of fuel coming up here. 90% of the loads that I cart are mining equipment, up around the 100-tonne payloads. These machines that we cart now, these Caterpillar dump trucks, are basically the backbone of the mines. They're everywhere, every site's got them. $7 to $8 million will buy you that machine. The trailer that it sits on, coming behind me, over $1 million. The truck that's towing that trailer, $400,000 to $450,000 just for the truck. So you're driving up the highway, dealing with everyone else. We're just going straight down the middle of it, aren't we? You got sort of $9–10 million worth of gear just floating on the highway.
Mark has finally conquered the mountain range, but it's been slow going.
It's always a sign of relief when you get to the top.
It's taken nearly 10 hours for the convoy to travel 150 kilometres. That's 15 kilometres an hour. Slow progress, and there's still 500 kilometres to go. Mark's convoy has to navigate a series of mountain passes. On these roads, there's no margin for error.
Heading up the Gagango range at the moment. Pretty narrow through here, a few windy parts. No room for anyone else to be on the road with us, so we've got Queensland Police at the top of the hill with the road closed.
Any big towers, can you hold it at the top of the hill for us, please?
Now back to second gear, and hopefully this gear will hold us.
There's a police and pilot escort to help him, but it's Mark who gets blamed if anything goes wrong.
As we come out through here, we jump onto the higher side of the road. The camber of the road will make the trailer pull into the hill a bit, and it's just harder work for the truck to keep it coming up around the corner. This is another reason we need the police to shut the whole range down, because we're on the wrong side of the road totally now. Right at the moment, we're sitting on about 9 kilometres an hour. We'll just hold this speed all the way to the top. Flick my computer over and have a look. At the moment, I'm getting 120 metres to the litre on diesel. The road's hot. Your gearbox temperature, everything can start to climb up when you're working pretty hard pulling through the hills.
Now, cars and trucks want to get past.
If there is traffic behind us, the buck stops with me.
Just coming up on you now, mate.
Yeah, a lot of the times on the road you're calling 8 metres. A lot of them don't understand what 8 metres is, so you find yourself calling 6 brick pallets wide. 8 metres wide. If you say it's 6 brick pallets wide, they go, geez, that's big.
Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. You have a wonderful day. Yeah, you too, buddy.
The escort lets him know how much traffic is behind, but it's Mark who decides who passes and when.
They call me, I say to them, okay, leave it with me. I then look around, check it out, check the conditions, make sure the sides of the roads are good enough. Then call the lead car to make sure there's no traffic coming at me. Mate, make sure that it's all clear. Then call upon the police car to make sure that he's on the wrong side of the road, and if any traffic does come, he can stop. We'll get across onto the wrong side of the road, and we'll run all the traffic behind us up our left-hand side so that they stay in their correct lane. Sometimes get a bit confused and trying to get them to come around you when there's a double white line, even though it's under police direction. You get one car that's a bit hesitant, we can't get anyone around. It's only then, when I've got those all okays from everybody, I'll then relay it to the rear pilot car and say, safe to come by. 500 off the overtake is Stewie, I am.
Yeah, we'll get all the traffic around up here, Nick. We got to back it right off.
And then he has to count the cars to me as they're coming. So as they come past me, I know if he says there's 9, I'm counting through. Bang, there's 9. I then call the police car that's in front to let him know there's 9 coming up behind him. Which car is the last car that he's going to have to deal with, so he can be alert for it. Otherwise, we could have one up the arse of the other one.
Thank you very much for that. You've done well. I'm very proud of you.
Thanks, Pop.
No problem.
We've just got to make the job happen. And your job is a lot easier when the other people on the road can appreciate that. We're not out here to piss everybody off and cause their, make their day bad. We're all out here to try and do a job together. Thanks for your patience there, old mate. go.
And the next big pull, mate, sweating all the way in the wheel tracks.
Mate, thank you. I'm happy when this thing's off the back. Now we've got 40 k's to go.
The temperature has passed the 40-degree mark, and that's doing dangerous things to the road surface.
It's been a very hot day out here today. The road's starting to sweat. The oil's coming out of the asphalt, and as all the trucks and whatever's driving across it, it seems to just massage the road so that it ends up slippery. Crash, when we go up through here, mate, just give us a heads up if you can sort of see any pretty savage tracks out the back of you, would you?
Mate, yep.
So we've already lost traction a couple of times. Half a turn on a tyre can sometimes pull you up in a big hurry.
Copy there, mate. Approach the pilot vehicle.
This road's sweating pretty bad up here at the minute, and it's a good pull up a hill, around a corner. So we'll just see how we go.
Not yet.
Mark's worried his rig's 175-tonne weight and 650 horsepower engine could start ripping up the melting road from underneath him.
Right now it's bleeding real bad. Bit of wheel spin there. Not a great deal I can do. There's no sort of real spot I can go because it's bleeding both sides. But we're giving it our best crack at the minute, and it is losing traction. The wheels are leaving pretty good marks on the road. Probably about 2/3 way up the hill at the minute. We've got a little pinch at the top here. That'll be the one that lets us know if we're going to get over the top. We're fighting this road at the minute. They don't want to let me up. Time, we're backing down the gears here, and we're about to swing on in, and here we are at the Rolston mine. Now let the fun begin, trying to get this thing off the back.
Once each wheel is securely attached, it's time for the final act of the journey. Sliding the trailer out from underneath.
A lot of people might look at it and go, oh, it's a dump truck. But when you see them working on the mine site and you drive past and you look at it and you go, I took that there. I got that out of the middle of a city, took it out of the middle of a mine. So you get a bit of pride just seeing, you know, the end picture.
The load we're picking up is a 785 cat dump truck chassis, 6 metres wide and 80 tonne. We'll be up around 150 tonne all up.
The two oversized dumpsters will be transported by two heavy-duty prime movers, each hauling a 64-wheel trailer.
Righto, mate. Keep coming back at that, eh?
It's not a job for the faint-hearted. Craig Oldham is backing up Ray as the convoy's second driver.
I work well with Ray, and Ray works well with me. We sort of know what we've got to do and get it done.
Tuck your shirt in. Oh, you can't.
No, he's only going to get the headshot. 5:30 and we're about to leave. Go make some money, mate.
The police escort do final clearance checks on the massive cargo and trucks heading for Mackay.
Once they give us the OK, we're right to go.
The team are keen to get going and make the most of the cool early morning temperatures.
It's going to be 38, so we'll wait till about 10 o'clock, you know, and then we'll probably back off a bit.
We're about to hit the road. Get the show on the go.
Oh, no worries, Craig.
Too easy.
This roadshow is oversized in every respect. 2 police escorts and 3 pilot vehicles accompany the convoy.
2 loads at 6.5 metres, eastbound
Everything's travelling along good now. Temperature's not too hot just yet. We'll wait till the sun comes up and then that'll change.
With a load this big and wide, there are endless challenges to confront on the road.
You'll be right there. Plenty of room with that, right?
Concrete edging and the guardrail over the bridges. Just got to make sure we don't go too close to that and hit it. Ain't got much room to play with.
The trucks push on to their overnight stop in Alpha, 250 kilometres away.
By the way them clouds are rolling in, it could be raining.
The downpour is the last thing they need.
We got a couple of drops of rain on the windscreen.
While rain will cool the tyres, it will also grease the roads.
Not many people want to get off the road when it rains.
And it makes it harder for us to get over too far too, because otherwise the shoulders are soft.
With time restrictions on their oversized load permit, they can't afford to be late.
We've got to be in Alpha by dark, so sunset's around 6:20.
If they run over time, the police will shut the convoy down.
I see the lightning to the right. The crack a bit muddy.
Lightning and that before, so there's storms out ahead of us. The clouds are building a bit. I reckon we're chasing this one, yeah, so we're following it down the highway.
The weather is dangerous for the oversized convoy, and it's only getting worse.
And with the wet weather, it was just pushing me around a bit, and it was locking the wheels up and slide.
They've fought heat and rain, but the cocktail of weather extremes isn't over yet.
We're just coming into a dust storm now.
On the windscreen now.
That's why it's so dark up here ahead of us, and the dust is blocking out the light on us.
With visibility low, the convoy drops to a slow crawl. And makes it safely to Alpha.
Probably should have stayed on the road, Ray. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Well, there you go. We've reached our destination, Alpha.
They've earned a well-deserved rest for man and machine.
Get a bit of go-go in her. Otherwise we won't go-go.
Have a shower, feed, see what tomorrow brings. The road here from here on for now for a few Ks gets a bit narrow. You've got to be careful that you don't drop a tyre over the edge because the lips of the shoulders of the road are worn away a bit, so if we drop a wheel out over the edge, we've got the chance of blowing a tyre.
A steep mountain range ahead brings more challenges.
Coming up now to what they call the Drummond Range. So yeah, so we get a bit hilly here. We've got a 7% decline here now, so we'll be slowing right down and taking our time going down pretty steady, yeah.
Stay on that line and you'll be all right.
With such a giant load, the truckers have to be careful. The heavy weight on their trailers could force them down the hill too fast.
The trouble with this weight, if you rely on your brakes too much, your brakes overheat, and then once they overheat, you've got no chance of stopping then.
Get the hold up here in the park today, if you don't mind, thanks. I've got 2 loads of 6.5 metres coming through.
You're better off just grabbing a gear and walking down it, and then you don't have to touch your brakes as much then. Easy descent down the Drummond Range. We had no dramas, so that's one out the way. Now we've got Eaton to tackle. Eaton Range, that's the range before you drop down into Mackay. It's pretty steep at the start of it, and it can be real slippery. We'll see what it's like when we get in there in a couple of hours.
The giant load convoy gets closer to the coast. The traffic is intensifying.
Plenty of with that, Ray.
A bit more populated down here now, so yeah, we've got a bit more traffic to contend with today, but so far they're doing what they're told and everything's going good.
2 loads at 6.5 metres wide, eastbound, Capital Ridge overpass.
At the front of the convoy, Andrea Broymans is lead pilot, warning oncoming drivers of the approaching wide loads.
You
What's wrong?
But not everyone is listening.
Got one little egghead in it now.
He's going to have to back up, Benny.
On a narrow bridge, one driver ignores all warnings to give way.
Craig must have got out of the wrong side of the bunk this morning. He's a bit cranky on it today.
You and fucking car. Race come over.
You know, I can see Craig. Craig is all good.
You got about a foot and a half on your left.
Yeah, old mate in that car didn't listen to the lead escort or the police and kept coming at us and met us on the bridge and had to back up to where it was a bit wider so we could get around him, but made it a bit tight, but we got there.
Keep going in the tanker if you want to.
Got a B-double coming towards us and he don't want to get off too far, so he's just panicking a bit, thinking that we're not going to be able to get past him, but...
Eastbound,
Plenty of room there, Ray. Heaps of room, mate.
There's been more room than he thought. He was panicking. We've only got the police till this afternoon, so no matter what happens, we've got to be in the port tonight, so hopefully no more dramas.
With the daunting prospect of the Eaton Range ahead, Ray calls in an extra truck for some heavy-duty assistance.
Yeah, we're just putting a block truck on just for that little bit of extra support to go down the hill to make it a little bit safer for everyone, yeah.
So for the sake of $300 or $400, it's just very cheap to have him on the arse to sneak you down there. So when we're 150 tonne all up, it's just better, mate, you know.
The block truck will hitch on the back of Craig's rig for extra braking power.
Run me down, and Ray's going to wait up the top of the hill and then go back and get him. We're good, Cameron?
Craig's giant rig is first down the slope. A steep 12% gradient will test his nerves.
Attention all road users. Wide load coming down the range. Westbound lane will be closed.
I hate this place. I hate this range. Like, look here, you've got nowhere to go, eh? If anything starts slipping, and there's been a few blokes killed on here, you know, and I don't want to be one of the bastards.
One wrong move and the giant cargo could gain momentum, forcing his truck down the steep slope.
So this is the worst of it, eh?
I'll go forward a bit more.
What do you got there, Benny?
About 900.
Craig coordinates engine revs with Benny, driving the block truck hitched to the back of his rig for extra brake power.
We've got about 150 tonne pushing us down the hill now. No room for error, otherwise you end up over there.
I'll bring your message later.
I'd rather take an extra 10 or 15 minutes and know that I'm going to go home at the end of the day, you know.
After a cautious 15-minute crawl, Craig makes it safely down.
Oh, good. Job's done.
One truck down, one to go.
Yeah, we'll try and match it.
Yep. Right. See how we go.
Now it's Ray's turn.
We'll start poking over steady. How's that, Ben? I'm not pulling you, am I?
Feel good there, mate. Just keep it like that.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, I just got to keep my revs up a bit, that's all.
Yeah, put the horn.
I'm just coming past the safety ramp now.
Just as the descent is going well, Ray's truck starts picking up speed.
I'm going to grab another gear, Ben. This thing's going to jump me around, mate. I just grabbed another gear, Ben, to let mine roll a bit. That's not dragging, is it?
Fire now. Come around the hairpin.
Thank you.
Have your jack brakes back on?
Yeah, mate, just put them on a bit. Yeah, please.
I
Yep, that's good. Thanks, mate. Just turn them off for a minute, mate, please.
Drop my truck on the nitro. Go on.
Righto, mate. Yep. I can handle it from here, yep.
Both trucks and their giant freight have made it safely down.
Without any complications and, yeah.
Now it's a race to Mackay before their oversized permit curfew kicks in.
We've got till 7 o'clock, so we've got an hour and a half, so we should make it, depending on traffic.
After a tyre-busting 1,230 kilometres battling heat and rain, the heavy haulers arrive at the port of Mackay.
There you go, we've reached our destination. Done it in time, job's done.
In the far-flung community of Wadair, a house relocation has veered badly off track. 3 power poles and a fence are blocking Ross and Jerry from delivering a 14-metre-long house.
We've got the nose in. That's this power pole behind on my left.
After 4 hours of going nowhere, only one option remains: drag the house sideways.
He's got to try and pull possibly 25, 26 tonne of building.
It's taken over 4,000 Ks to get this far. But these last 50 metres could derail this entire job. It's been a pressure-packed mission all the way. First for Slick, to deliver the final house parts and get back in time for Christmas.
In all my transport career, I have always been home for Christmas.
And then for house movers Jerry and Ross.
We've got no chance of getting there via road. Everything's blocked at the moment.
As they try to turn a floating house into a functioning one.
If we can't get this house in, it becomes a very costly exercise.
At last, things are looking up.
Yeah, moved it, yeah. Just in our way.
The few centimetres they've achieved has cleared the way to reverse back. To get up the narrow driveway, Jerry needs to guide Ross from up front. But there's trouble lurking behind.
Am I hitting something on the back? Am I hitting something?
Lucky for them, there's no real damage.
Where are we going? Backwards? Forward.
Time to try again. After 4 hours of struggle, in 40-degree heat, this house is finally home.
This is it, going down now. House is on the ground, very happy.
But it's not over yet. Back at the barge, Slick's trailer still needs to be unloaded. And time is fast running out. It's got barge captain Nico worried.
We've only got a window of an hour to get this trailer on, the other trailer off, unload the rest of the freight, and get out of here by 9:30 tonight. If we miss that, then we're going to miss the tide in Darwin, and everyone's going to get stuck in here for another 12 hours.
A delay like that would be a disaster, not just for the crew, but for Slick, waiting in Darwin for his trailer to return on the barge.
It's Christmas, you got to be home for Christmas. I don't care what anyone says. I have to be home.
At Wadair, under Nico's nervous watch, Jerry is finally dropping off the empty house trailer.
Righto, stop. Just leave the trailer there. Right, it's good. No, mate, the trailer was fine where it was. We haven't got time to f*** around. All you had to do was unhitch the where it was, and then we could keep moving on. We've got less than an hour, mate.
Jerry now needs to hook up Slick's loaded trailer.
Let's go make this happen as quick as you can, brother.
Yeah, just double check to make sure it's in.
But there's a problem. The tow pin won't release. The trailer can't be towed.
We're already 15 minutes into this 1 hour window that we've got, and we still haven't got this trailer hitched up.
Hey, hold it there.
Finally, it's on. A quick drive to site, and the boys can unload and go. But this truck isn't budging. The trailer brakes are locked on. To make the tide, the house movers have only an hour to unload Slick's trailer. But after 30 minutes, all they've achieved is to locate the brake problem.
We're just having trouble with our truck hooking onto Slick's trailer.
To make the deadline, Barge skipper Nico has another plan.
So now it just asks them to get the truck and put it on the other trailer there and we'll get it off, and then we'll have to unload everything off the trailer with the telehandler and drive it up there to the site.
He wants to shift the empty trailer off the barge, then transfer the freight from the problem trailer onto it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, good, mate, good.
But it seems Jerry hasn't got the message.
Hey, mate, where's he going with that prime mover?
I reckon he's not going to be able to move that other one if he can't move that one. I reckon the truck's bugging.
Well, tell him to come and give it a go, mate. Otherwise, we're going to have hell on earth to try and get this load off that trailer, mate.
Crunch time. If this trailer doesn't move,
Go, mate, straight back.
they can kiss their deadline goodbye. Now to transfer the freight onto it.
Perfect.
It's taken longer than anyone had hoped. But Nico still thinks there's a chance of getting to Darwin in time to make the tide.
11:30 p.m. So now we're going flat out all the way home to try and meet this tide.
One lonely figure is anxiously waiting.
Now I've come down here to meet them and start pulling the trailers off.
If the tide's still high, Slick will be able to unload his trailer and start heading home for Christmas. But this Christmas wish is not to be granted.
Unfortunately, we're just an hour late. It looks like there's enough water in there for us to get in, but there's not. There's half a metre less than what we need to get in. So we're stuck out here.
Stuck too is Slick.
100 metres away is my trailer, and I've got to hang around waiting for it now. It's going to take the next 9 hours to do 100 metres. How's that?
It's one more cruel twist on a bad luck job. 9 hours later, and the tide is finally high enough for the barge to land. A little too high, in fact.
I've got to get this one off because we're racing the tide at the moment. I better do this.
The high water and the angle of the ramp have created a sharp steel ridge to drive over. If Slick can't clear it, he'll have to wait some more.
Once I got over that little hump there, about 8 inches before she was going to belly out, I was all happy, grinning like a Cheshire cat.
Finally, Slick can put his trailer back to work.
Now I can concentrate loading it up so I can get going.
Going forward.
Rex J. Andrews Haulage are gearing up to do what they do best: move the biggest, most expensive freight there is. This is the serious end of the trucking business.
We're about 150 metres long by 6.5 metres wide.
One mistake on jobs like this can cost millions. But for 44-year-old Carl Andrews, the stakes are even higher.
You don't want to get it wrong. It's my father's name on the company, so if I get it wrong, I've got a lot more to answer to than anyone else.
This 250-ton monster is an electrical transformer that will distribute power to thousands of Australian homes. It's brand new, packed with fragile components and worth a hefty $9 million.
Bring it back, Justin.
A load this heavy would crush any normal truck.
Right down, all the way.
To move it, Carl and his team must assemble a road train like no other.
This set of beams at 40 metres long has to be able to carry 250 tonne hanging in the middle of it without breaking.
The massive load is suspended between two heavy-duty trailers on a vast 40-tonne hydraulic frame.
The cams on the end allow us to lift it.
Each 30-metre trailer has over 100 tyres. From end to end, the gigantic rig spans a colossal 150 metres.
Get over a football field.
At a monumental 550 tonnes, it's heavier than the world's largest airliner, on the limit of what the bitumen can take.
A couple of the bridges aren't strong enough to take the weight of it all up, so we'll have a fair detour. In this particular case, we found a route, but it has 5 roundabouts in it, and it's a lot more time consuming to go this way.
Navigating suburban roads in a rig the length of a cruise ship is a huge test of nerve and skill. Carl's in the hot seat. He's in control of the entire mega truck, steering over 200 wheels from the middle of the rig.
This is our cabin where we'll operate the rear of the load from.
Not only is it long, Carl's truck is 6.5 metres wide and 5 metres tall. He must watch for hazards overhead and below.
The main things will be where we've got to go underneath wires at the same time as go over humps. We'll have to adjust everything to make sure that we don't rub the belly on anything and we don't catch anything above us. Part of the job, it's never easy.
If the order wasn't tall enough, there's another challenge. Carl has just 6 hours to make the 40-kilometre crawl, and he'll have to do it in the dead of night. The only time a load this big is allowed on the road.
We can't go out in the middle of the day with this. The traffic in Newcastle, Sydney area is quite heavy at any time. About to leave the wharf in the next 5 minutes.
Hauling the huge rig takes a massive amount of muscle. Not just 1 or 2, but 5 trucks will handle the grunt work. 3 in front and 2 behind. Once connected, they'll put out a massive 3,300 horsepower. Lead trucker Paul must make sure everyone's driving in perfect sync.
When we go, let everybody know that the brakes are off, we're right to move on, and make sure everybody's in their trucks before we move off, so don't leave anybody behind.
Accompanied by a team of pilots.
Righto, we'll go 3 in front, 3 behind. Yep.
It's time for the monster rig to crawl out into the night.
We all in up there?
Yeah, mate, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, righto, dodge everything if you can, Mark.
Let's go.
The 250-ton transformer is suspended just centimetres above the ground.
Problems always with these going over humps.
Just outside the port lies the first big test, a sharp turn through a busy intersection.
Being so long, you can see the transformers only just clearing the ground.
While city traffic's at a standstill, the first half of the massive rig disappears around the tight corner. But suddenly...
Stop. Just touching.
The base of the transformer has hit the road. The rig can't go forward or back. The massive hydraulic frame holding the transformer can be raised, but only by centimetres. If it can't get clear, Carl will be marooned in the middle of the highway. With the frame lifted, the rig can inch forward.
We'll go another metre or so.
The brakes off, everyone's going to have to get a bit bigger.
Carl's pilots are on alert. Behind him, traffic's building by the minute. All eyes are on the 150-metre beast.
We'll go back here.
It's a win for Carl. But while one problem's behind him, the road ahead is far from clear. Carl's route will take him through a section of narrow, dark, residential streets.
Obstacles everywhere. Ground clearance, wires, poles, lights, every bloody thing.
At 6.5 metres wide, Carl's dangerously close to parked cars. His load and his reputation are in the hands of his pilots, who must guide him through. With 5 trucks and 224 wheels under his control, a single mistake and Carl's monster rig could leave a trail of destruction. He's close to hitting a lamppost. He has only centimetres to spare.
Move down the left of that. Oh yeah.
While he's past that hazard, up ahead is an even bigger obstacle, a roundabout. Getting through it would be tough for a regular-sized road train. But at 150 metres, Carl's rig is 3 times that length.
Yeah, it's still pretty tight into the roundabout, go Journal.
Even worse, he's worried the transformer could hit the road surface again. And sure enough...
Stop, you'll have to lift it.
Once again, the team will have to raise the huge hydraulic frame.
That'll be good.
Yeah, all right.
The transformer's clear. Carl can inch forward.
So watch underneath it now. It's going to get all in those trees. You won't be able to see it.
But in the darkness, the team's struggling to see. Then...
Stop.
Steady up.
Carl's close to hitting the road again.
What's rubbing there?
And the transformer's as high as it will go. Carl's only option is to try and steer around the trouble.
Watch underneath it now. It's going to get all in those trees. You won't be able to see it.
With 2 hours left to cover 20 kilometres, every minute he loses puts his 550-tonne mission at risk. The whole job and Carl's reputation hangs on whether he can steer it to safety. Finally, the lumbering giant is back on course.
That went well.
Yeah, that was good.
After 5.5 hours of intense trucking, Carl's on the home stretch. The power station's just a kilometre away, but it's the toughest kilometre of the lot.
Well, the last turn is definitely the most challenging. It's 90 degrees, it has sharp gutters, which we don't really want to drive the tyres on, it'll cut them to pieces. Plus it's uphill, and then we turn and go uphill again, and the road's wet.
To climb the sharp hill, all 5 trucks must accelerate with perfect timing, using every one of their 3,300 horsepower. Carl will need to keep all of his 224 wheels off the sharp curbs, or risk blowing his tyres and his deadline.
Well, you won't get much out of me down here, it's concentration time.
In the dark, spotting trouble is a nightmare. And the trucks are fighting to keep traction.
Get more forward the front, get more forward the front.
Carl needs to use the rig's momentum to steer all 150 metres of it through the tight bend. Get his line wrong and he could blow his tyres, and with them, the biggest job of his career.
Straighten her up, Bertwood.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
He's made it.
I really don't like that corner. Yeah, all the trucks were spinning.
With all 224 tyres intact. At last, there's a welcome sight. The lights of the power station.
Nearly there.
It's the end of months of planning and a monumental challenge for Carl and his team.
To get that in without touching a sign or without bending anything or without breaking anything, always an achievement. That's how you move a big, fat, heavy chunk of steel from Newcastle to a Roaring power station. Good job, mate. All right, good job, everyone. Well done.
And celebrate big rig style.
The boy is a big one.
One? More than one?